Hello everybody, MD Polo here. Thank you for joining me. On the table today we take a look at the Sig Sauer P320 M18. This is based on the very successful P320 from Sig, and it is a 9mm striker fire polymer frame pistol that comes with a 3.9 inch barrel and 3 mags that are metal mags. The one you see in the pistol right now is the 21 round mag, and you get 2 of these, so 21 plus 1, and you also get this one flush fit metal as well, 17, so you get 17 plus 1. All of them made in Italy, so I'm assuming they're Medgar mags. Let me show you what it looks like with the flush fit mag. This is the 17 rounder, and the pistol was safety checked before the video, as I do all my pistols, but it's always good to double check here, let the focus catch up. And that's what it looks like with a 17 plus 1. Now there's a couple of things about this particular pistol. They're a little bit different from what I was expecting, and we'll go through that in the video. I will show you what I did to this that are all parts, whatever I did to this pistol for YouTube's information, since the people that reviewed this videos obviously know nothing about firearms. Whatever you see in this pistol was made for this pistol. I didn't do any personal alterations to it. I didn't modify it myself as far as making parts for it, filing things. This is all stuff that is offered by the manufacturer for this pistol, or that were made for this pistol. Anyway, hopefully that'll make sense to YouTube. But here we go. So this is a pistol that is very comparable in size to the Glock 45 and to the Glock 19X. It's a very popular size right now, in which you have a smaller slide with a longer grip module. It is, like I said, very comparable in size to the Glock 45 and to the Glock 19X. To me, the Glock 45, it is the best shooting Glock that I have tried. I love my Glock 45, but let me tell you something. I'm liking this a lot better. I like the grip angle better. I like the way it presents. I like the way it fits in my hand. I'm just enjoying this a lot more than the Glock 45 or my Glock 19X. It comes from Sig with this grip module. So that's what you would get, minus the light, of course. So the grip is a little bit different. You don't have the texture up here. It's just a completely different grip module. And as you know, or for those of you that may not know, you can purchase these separately. They're directly from Sig, which is the manufacturer. And you just simply remove the takedown lever here, pop it out. The grip module, which is your trigger control unit here, the trigger, all this pops out. That is the chassis, that is actually the firearm. And pop it into whatever grip module you purchased from Sig or from a Sig approved manufacturer, and you've got a new look to your pistol or new texture. So we'll take a look at this as well. Another thing that makes this pistol, this M18, different from other P320s is that this is very close as it gets, as close as you can get to actually getting the pistol that the Army, the military is using. Originally the controls were tan in the M17 to match the pistol, but then later on the military went back to using the black controls, which were the ones that were originally issued to the civilian market. So this, with this grip module, is what the US Army is using now, and other branches of the military, with a different grip module. Then it's also optics ready. The downside to this is that when you mount an optic, which the original M18 was milled, it would accept the Romeo 1 Pro, I believe it's called. I have it here on my notes. Yeah, the Sig Romeo 1 Pro, and also for the Delta Point Pro. Now, here's another thing that I did to it, was this is the wilsoncombat grip module, which is superb. You can see the shape of it in the back. It's got very, very slight finger grooves, but look at the trigger, the undercut on the trigger guard, and then how it is angled in all the way around. It just fits your hand. People always say, oh, it fits like a glove, but it truly does. the way your hand molds around the front of the trigger guard, and you got texture in the front, texture in the back, it is quite aggressive actually. Let me see if the camera will cooperate with me here. Bear with me a second. There it is. You see the texture in the front, how it's completely different from the texture on the sides. So much rougher on the front than you have on the sides. If you wish to carry this, it's not going to grade your skin like a cheese grater while you carry it if you don't have a t-shirt underneath. And the back has the same texture in the front. So where you need it the most, where you're going to create the friction of shooting, is where you have the most grip, but you have texture all the way around to the top of the grip. I absolutely love this grip module. The other thing about it is that it comes already with the mag release installed. So you don't have to worry about it like with a Sig P365 XL or the 365. If you buy a different grip module, you have to switch the mag release from one grip module to the other. The other thing that I installed is the Olight Mini. This is the PL Mini 1, the Valkyrie. And this was the limited run that they did in the Desert Tan, I believe they called it. So those are the two things that I added to this. And it completely made the pistol different. I have a video, and if I can find the link, I'll put it up. I believe it's in this corner, or one of these corners is going to come up. But I also added a Wilson Combat grip module to my surplus M17. And the comments blew up on that video, people saying how, if you're going to change the grip on a pistol over $1,000 that was actually used by the military, blah, 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 why would you do it? I mean, people were acting like I was in Italy and threw a tomato at the Pope just because I changed the grip module of a surplus M17. So this, we'll see if it generates any kind of comments like that. But so that's what I wanted to do today. I'm all over the place on this because normally I do more structured reviews about the pistol. But I just wanted to show you what I did to this M18. Mostly the grip module, the light, how it looks. I think it's a very good look. And how it completely changed the look and the feel of the pistol. Of course, it comes with a Sig night sights. Some people like, let me see if the focus can cooperate there. Some people like the thickness of the sights back here. Some people don't. They feel that it's too wide and too distracting. Let you walk around the other side. Another difference with a regular P320 is that it has an M18 serial number. So they're unique to the M18 pistols. Here's the plate where you will mount your optic. And unlike the Glock MOS, which has the screws on the top, here you have to remove the slide, and this got two screws underneath that have to be removed for the plate to come out. You lose your rear sight when you do so. And it's not as easy as the Glock MOS system, because you actually have to remove the plate, you have to remove the striker in order to access the screw on this side. This is a little bit more of a process. It's not terribly complicated, but it is more of a process than on the Glock MOS. Now what's a little bit different, and then to wrap up this video, what's a little bit different from other M18s or earlier versions of the M18 according to Sig? So I called Sig to find out if there was any way that I could mount either an RMR onto this or a Holosun, a 407C, 507C, or newer models of the Holosun. Because, as I said earlier, the original M18 was cut to accept a Sig Romeo 1 Pro or a Delta Point Pro, and that's it. And the military went with a Delta Point Pro. So what Sig told me is that the newer versions, and I don't know exactly what that means, he wouldn't give me dates, because he said it was a rolling change, and I said, well, when did the rolling change begin? And he didn't give me an answer. But the pistol that you see in front of you was manufactured Christmas Eve of 2020. So it's a very new pistol. And what he told me was that the newer ones, when you remove the optics plate, you'll see the mounting holes for the Delta Point Pro over the Sig Romeo 1 Pro. However, next to those holes, you will see additional holes. He described it kind of like the eyes on a fly, where you just see a bunch of little holes. That's what he said that's what you're going to find underneath this plate. And that will help, not help, that makes it accept the footprint of a RMR or a Holosun 407C or newer. So that was very, very good news for me. If you have an M18 that is newer, take the plate off, and if you see that it has like a cluster of holes, like the eyes of a fly, he described it, then your M18 can accommodate an RMR or any optic that goes on an RMR footprint. You can also use the Swamp Fox. I'm testing the Swamp Fox optics right now, and so far I'm very impressed. So that's what I wanted to tell you. Just show you the M18. What do you think about it? Do you like it with, do you like the Wilson Combat grip modules? Do you prefer the regular grip modules? I'm liking this pistol quite a bit. And actually this has been going out with me a lot more than my Glock 45. So there it is. Looking forward to your comments. Thank you so much for spending time with me, visiting the channel. And please remember that I upload videos every Friday morning and when I can on Wednesday mornings as well. I'm very active on Instagram, and there you can see what's coming on the pipeline for the channel before it hits YouTube. So I would appreciate it if you take the moment to follow me over there as well. Please also take a moment to pray for our country. And as always, thank you for watching. God bless.